In January on Roanoke County Today, we look back at the year in review with some past segments from 2018. All this coming up on RCT.
We're out here today at Explore Park, and joining me is Roanoke County's Director of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, Doug Blunt. Welcome to the show, Doug.
Thank you, Amy.
We have you on quite often talking about all things parks, recreation, and tourism, and certainly Explore Park is a big part of that. So remind viewers, what is Explore Park and where is it?
Well, Explore Park has been one of Roanoke County's biggest initiatives for the last 3 years. We have developed an adventure plan for the park that takes it from being just a passive recreation park and turning it into a destination not only for our local residents, but for folks all around the Commonwealth and the southeastern part of the United States.
And where is it located?
It's located off of the Blue Ridge Parkway, and it is settled just in the eastern part of Roanoke County. You can access it from 581 and 220, or by coming down the Blue Ridge Parkway to the Roanoke River Spur Road.
Okay, very convenient for anybody, whether you're coming from the in-town side or on the parkway
We're only
side.
10 minutes from downtown Roanoke, so it's very convenient for anybody that wants to be able to come out and enjoy the beauty that we have here of the water, the air, and the land here.
And there have been some recent ribbon cuttings going on, and the most recent one has been Niagara Ranch. So tell us about what that is and what people can experience there.
Well, one of the outcomes of our adventure plan was we had a very strong contingency of citizens and stakeholders that said that we really needed to provide additional recreation opportunities for our equestrian community. And so as a part of the plan, we developed an equestrian facility, and we are calling it Niagara Ranch, which is one of the subparcels to Explore Park. And we have a contractual partner with Reba Farm Inn out of Bedford County that has very long history of providing trail riding lessons as well as summer camps for people that are interested in wanting to work with horses. And so they have opened their facility. They're going to be offering a regular lessons program. They will be doing excursions with trail riding throughout the eastern part of the county, and then we'll also be able to do special events and lessons for users of all ages that are interested in wanting to learn more about a horse and how to take care of a horse.
And you mentioned Reba Farms. So much of what's going on in Explore Park is built on partnerships like that.
It is, and it's been really important that we've been able to bring partners to the table to help us to be able to offer all of these wonderful services. We've been able to bring in Blue Mountain Adventures, that's helping with camping. We have Don and Melody Harrison with Don's Cabins that will be opening up later this fall with yurts and cabins in the park. So we're very fortunate to be able to have a lot of wonderful folks that have helping us to be able to implement our vision for Explore Park, but also being able to provide just a fantastic service to our citizens.
Now you mentioned camping. That's something new out here at Explore Park. What opportunities are available?
Well, we have a wide variety of camping opportunities. If you want to be able to bring your own tent, we've got rustic sites that you can go and camp down along the Roanoke River. We also have that if maybe you're wanting some finer accommodations when it comes to camping, we have teepees as well as furnished cabin tents that are set on platforms that, much like glamping is a term that that is used in the industry. I think that we've got a wide variety of options for people depending on what their needs are.
And what is glamping?
Well, glamping is glamorous camping, where really you have more of the types of accommodations that you have at home with linens and furniture and the more finer camping type of equipment versus what you have with rustic, where you're bringing your own tent and sleeping bag and sleeping on the hard, cold ground.
Right, okay. It's a new way of camping.
That's exactly right.
That's great. And you also mentioned yurts and cabins. That's something new that's in the future. What is that about?
Well, we have coming over the next 24 months, we'll be putting in 13 German pod cabins here at the park. Melody and Don Harrison will be putting those in as a part of that development. They'll also have 5 yurts. And it provides, again, just a different approach to being able to camp. You can have, whether you want a hard structure such as a cabin, or if you're interested in a yurt, which is a European tent that'll have water and sewer so that you'll be able to have running water in a bathroom in each with power. We have a wide variety of different options, and we should be able to appeal to a lot of the different users, not only here in Virginia's Blue Ridge, but folks that are traveling on the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Right. And also talk a little bit about disc golf. I know that opened recently. How is that going?
Disc golf has been just very well received. We have many folks that are using the course on a daily basis. It's really exciting to be able to come out to Mayflower on the weekends and see the parking lot full with people that are out playing the course. We have another tournament booked for early this fall. The course is ranked in the Commonwealth in the top 5 in terms of quality disc golf courses. So it's, again, another product that we're very proud of that's associated with Explorer Park, but it provides another type of service to our citizens that they otherwise might not have here in Roanoke County.
And what are some of the future plans here at Explorer Park?
Well, we certainly have been focusing on much of the infrastructure. One of the things, though, that we don't want to miss is we want to make sure we have quality events for our users to be able to come out and participate in. One of the things that we've planned for this October that we're very excited about is that we're going to launch Haunted Woods Haunted Mini Golf, and where you'll be able to come out and explore your fears at Explorer Park and play mini golf with your friends and family. And we're very excited. We're partnering with some of the area high schools, some of the drama departments to be able to provide ghost and goblins to help with your haunted experience while playing mini golf. But we'll be doing that the last 2 weekends in October, and there'll be a lot of promotions about how you can take advantage of that. We're also partnering with Center in the Square for this winter, and we're going to have a Christmas festival out here at Explorer Park right before Christmas. And we want to be able to make sure that Explorer Park is a 12-month destination, and so not only do we want to have activities in the summer and fall and spring when the weather is much more enjoyable for outside, but we want to create opportunities for people to even come out in the wintertime so that it is a true 12-month destination.
And talk a little bit about the trails out here and biking. I know that's certainly a very attractive thing for people out here.
Well, we're very fortunate that we have 14 miles of mountain bike trails, and we're currently working on a plan to enhance what we have. We need to do some trail rehabilitation with our existing trail system, but we also need to build some new trails that create flow and create more opportunities for our beginner mountain bikers. And so right now we are working on a plan to enhance that trail system, and we're hoping that we'll be able to have some new mountain biking opportunities in the spring of 2019.
Okay, a lot going on out here at Explorer Park.
A lot of very exciting opportunities.
Very good. Well, a lot for people to do out here, and if they're interested in finding out more, how to sign up to come out here to an event or rent a cabin or whatever it may be, where can they find that information?
The best way to get information on Explorer Park is 24 hours a day at www.explorerpark.org. Okay,
very good. Well, thank you for the updates, and we look forward to coming out and hearing more about what's opening up out here.
Thank you, Amy.
Okay. Welcome back to the show. We're here today at Roanoke County Public Library talking with Sherry Henry and Mike Hibben. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
There's always some exciting things going on in the library, so we're excited to talk with you all today. Sherry, first tell us what's behind the library's desire to increase technology programming.
Sure. The latest Pew study on libraries, 2016, showed that 80% of the people, the respondents, said that they now expect the library and need the library to play a role in technology. That just like for years it was print materials, and then we went to providing computer access, Wi-Fi, online materials. Now people are really looking to us to, as the entity in America that provides free and open access to information, to start filling that gap when people need to learn technological tools.
Right. And who are the programs really geared for?
The programs, a lot of them are geared toward children and teens because we have so many in the library and they're so excited, and technology, as we all know, is just second nature to them. Sure. However, we are planning programming from, I like to say, cradle to grave. all ages to help people re-enter the job market if they need to stay on top of their skills, to be able to send pictures to their grandchildren, whatever it is people are looking for, we want to help them fill that.
And Mike, tell us, how will learning these technologies benefit the people who attend the classes?
Well, we're really talking about the job skills of the future and the technology of the future. It's really not even the future. I mean, if you have a smartphone, you've probably spoken with Siri or Cortana, and you may have a little speaker at home where you speak to Alexa every day. So artificial intelligence is already becoming a part of our everyday lives. And we want to kind of push the needle here for Roanoke County to drive the conversation about AI and help us develop it in a way that benefits Roanoke County. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about the different types of technology that will be available.
We have all kinds of exciting things that we're premiering this fall. Among the technologies we have, we recently acquired through one of our community partners a grant for 10 microbits, and these are very much like the little Raspberry Pi microprocessors. They're put out by the BBC in the UK, and we're one of the first libraries that we are aware of in the country to offer these, and we'll be allowing people to check them out. And you can do coding and upload your coding into the little processor and play cool games. It's a really, really fun way of learning coding. In addition to that, we've recently purchased these little robots called Ozobots, and it teaches kids and adults coding concepts through drawing. You can draw with a marker, and through different patterns of colors, you can tell the little Ozobot robot what to do, to give it commands, just like coding, but in a visual way. We also have Cosmos, this cute little AI robot that you can learn to code with and play games with, and it'll interact with you. It's so much fun. And then, of course, the big thing that we're so excited about, the first public library in the United States to own. We are the first public library in the United States to own Pepper, the humanoid robot. And Pepper is the most advanced form of artificial intelligence that we are aware of available for consumers today. And we're going to be using Pepper for coding and all kinds of programming for the community. And we're really just looking at Pepper to bring the community together to create new apps and software to benefit the community.
Who is your favorite human?
My official answer is Tom Gates, Roanoke County Administrator. However, my best friend is Shari Henry, Director of the Roanoke County Public Library. She's smart and super fun.
Wow, there are a lot of things going on. That's really exciting because technology has certainly advanced over the years. And you talked about coding. Explain a little bit, what is coding? Not everybody may understand what that means and how to do it.
Sure. Well, coding is just the language that you program into a computer to tell it to do things. All of our computers have coding built into their operating systems, and usually experts behind the scenes do that. But really, most anybody can learn coding. There's different kinds of coding, but it's not that difficult to learn, and we're really going to be focusing on that going forward, so people in the community can learn about that, learn how to do it, and learn how to harness it to create really cool new apps and software.
And will these be classes that people can sign up for?
They will. We're going to have workshops. We've partnered with some local robotics and coding groups, and they're going to be here at the library regularly starting in the fall to teach coding and different kinds of classes on high tech. And there is a registration process involved with some of the programs, and you can simply call the library and we can get you registered for any of our programs.
Okay, and online, where can people find you?
They can go to our website at yourlibrary.us.
Okay, I know there's going to be a lot more talk about Pepper because that's certainly a very exciting thing for this library and the first humanoid robot in the United States. So that's very exciting. I'm sure a lot of people are going to come in and visit, and we'll certainly sit down with you all and hear more about it. So thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for coming by.
Okay, we'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm joined today by Doug Blunt, who's our Director of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Amy.
We are out here at Explore Park, which is always a fun place to be, especially when there's something new and exciting going on. So tell us what's behind us and what we're celebrating today.
Well, we're just very excited to be able to open up Don's Cabin Campground.
And this has been a very long time in the works, dating back to when we were developing the adventure plan here at Explorer Park and how we needed to have a variety of different type of overnight accommodations. And so we were very fortunate through our solicitation for public-private partnerships that the Harrisons came forward and said, we would like to build cabins and yurts. And so we've been working with the Harrisons for the last 12 months to come up with the concept that we have here today. And we're very excited that we've got 4 cabins and 4 yurts that are ready to open to the public.
Wow, that's wonderful. And while these cabins look a little small on the inside, they're very spacious. And
really
what are
are.
the accommodations people could expect?
Well, and that's what's kind of unique when we were building, especially building the yurts and putting in the foundations. They're 16-foot diameter yurts, and you would walk onto the concrete pad and think, wow, this is just really small. But once the yurt went up, very spacious inside. You know, this European design of taking every advantage of every turn that you have with this circle type of structure. Just very nice, very homey, really blends in well. And then for the cabins, this is a European style pod cabin, and it looks like a tiny home from the outside, but you go in and it, once again, very spacious, using every bit of space that's in. Has a queen size bed, a loft for the kids to be able to stay in, but also has a microwave, small table, and a refrigerator inside.
It's just a really different experience
Yes.
for somebody. It's not just your average camping, it's just a unique experience.
No, it's not, because not everybody wants to be able to camp in a tent and sleep in a sleeping bag. Some of folks want to have a little bit more amenities like home, and so we've been able to provide that variety especially with our cabins that are climate controlled, to where you can camp year round.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it available now and all year round?
It is. You can go to explorerpark.com and take a look at the reservations, but everything is available, and you can begin booking and staying here at Explorer Park now.
Wow, that's really exciting. Talk about the investment in this and for our region, and I know Virginia's Blue Ridge is a instrumental partner in some of this, and talk a little bit about that.
Well, we're very, very fortunate, first and foremost, that the Roanoke County Board of Supervisors believed in this vision. They provided the capital money for Explorer Park to be able to put in this development, to be able to build the infrastructure to support the cabins and yurts, and to put in our first bathhouse for the development. But also, you know, stepping from that, we do have a lot of partners that have helped to support the project here. Visit Virginia's Blue Ridge. Obviously, with them, they're looking for more overnight accommodations to be able to promote as a part of their package. You've got Roanoke Outside that, you know, when you work with that organization, they're trying to get people here for the outdoors, get people to Roanoke. The type of amenities that we have here at Explorer Park complements all of the different initiatives that are going around the Roanoke Valley for outdoor recreation.
That's great. It's a good regional approach. Great. Well, this has certainly been an exciting time. I know there's a lot more to come to Explorer Park. Anything on the horizon?
Well, 2019, we're not stopping with our development. We're going to be moving into enhancing our mountain bike facilities. We're going to be continuing to work on our infrastructure, working on repaving roads. We have Treetop Quest that will be coming in 2019.
Right.
So we're going to be continuing to implement the vision here at Explorer Park. Again, it's a 20-year vision, but we're moving on to the second phase in 2019 with continuing to add partners. We would like to bring in a proprietor for Brew Tavern, and we're currently working to solicit additional public-private partnerships. So our citizens and the users that come to Explorer Park are going to continue to see improvements and development here for a very long time.
Great. Well, thanks for the update. I know there's a lot more to come, so we look forward to hearing what's next.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll be right back. We're here today at the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport, and we're talking with the Marketing Director, Brad Betcher. Welcome to our show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having us on.
Sure. It's great to come out here and get an update on all the exciting things happening here at the airport. But first, tell our viewers, what is it you do here at the airport?
Well, I'm the Director of Marketing and Air Service Development. So it's my job to get people to use the airport, but also I work with the carriers to get them to give us more reliable air service, new destinations, work on fares, better customer service. So a little bit of everything. Get people to use the airport and then work with the carriers to get better air service for the region.
Okay, and passenger service, passenger traffic is up right now. What do you credit that increase to?
Well, we've been really fortunate. I've been here for just under 3 years, and we were able to increase traffic in 2016, which was a reversal because previous 5 years traffic had been declining. And in 2017 we increased it more. In 2018 we're on a really nice run. We're up almost 10% year over year right now. And I think it's a combination of a lot of different factors. I think the economy is doing well in the region, so that's getting people to travel. We've been doing a lot of outreach to the community and explaining the importance of flying local because people want new destinations, they want more flights, but to do that we've got to use the service that we have, and so really making that appeal to the community to fly locally has gotten the carrier's attention, and so I think it's just a lot of things all lining up in the right frame.
And there are a lot of big projects going on right now, some improvements. Tell us a little about those.
Yeah, our biggest one that we just finished in the spring was the walkway canopy, so people have shelter from the inclement weather now that we're moving out of summer, and before we know winter will be here. And it's absolutely beautiful as well. But then we're going to be resurfacing the main parking lots, so that'll be a big project for us. And then starting next year, we're going to be building a consolidated rental car facility, so the rental car counters will move out of the terminal and be just right around the corner.
Okay, wonderful. I know that's certainly a nice feature out there in the parking lot because it's a rather large lot, so that helps people get in and out.
Exactly. It's a large lot, and when people are renting cars, especially if they're coming here for the first time, they might not know where to go, and you see them wandering around the parking lot a little bit, and it'll be a little bit easier for people on that.
Sure. And recently, there's a new grant out there that the airport announced. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that is from the United States Department of Transportation, and it's called a Small Community Air Service Development Grant. And we'd applied for them previously. The airport had never received one, and this year we were very fortunate. We were awarded one, and so that's $750,000 that we can use to attract new air service. Wow. And the 3 markets that we'd identified in our application were Dallas, Denver, and Detroit, as we call them, the 3 Ds. And these are markets that we have a lot of traffic, but we don't have nonstop service to. So winning the grant was great. We got a lot of community support for that, and we're very grateful for that as well. But now kind of the hard part comes in negotiating with the carriers. They're working on their winter schedules for 2019 right now. So the service won't happen for at least probably 9 months, but we're working with the carriers, American for Dallas service, United with Denver service, and Delta for Detroit service, to try and get those new destinations added up, which will enhance our air service. And if you think about the airport as an economic development driver, I think it will really, really help the region on that. So we're optimistic.
That's great. And what is the progress on that, or a timetable you're looking at?
The timetable to actually have the new air service start is probably going to be in the 9 to 18 month window. Like I said, the schedules get planned about 6 to 9 months out, and they're in a planning cycle right now. So it's just trying to get the carriers to be willing to take that chance. Again, we've got a good growth story going, but they're still cautiously optimistic to see if our market can support this service. Of course, here at the airport, we know that we have the traffic that can do it. It's just a matter of convincing the carriers.
Sure. And how did you choose those specific destinations? Are you getting that information from the public?
Well, that's a great question. So we subscribe to a bunch of different databases that give us information on air traffic. And so as far as what we do is we look at what our busiest markets are that don't have nonstop service. And then you do a financial analysis on that and figure out, do those markets generate enough revenue just going between the 2 markets? So in this case, is there enough revenue that can be generated to profitably operate a flight between Roanoke and Dallas? And then if that doesn't work, then you look at, okay, that's American's largest hub. Would we be able to have enough connecting traffic over Dallas to make that route profitable? And so we've identified the 3 Ds as well as Boston as another market that we feel can operate profitably out of Roanoke.
Great. Well, I visit Dallas, Texas quite often, so I'm excited to hear that that's an opportunity out there.
Yeah, like I said, it's a huge market for us. We have about 30, 35 people a day that go back and forth between the 2 cities, and so we know from our business community that would be a huge add. People are very excited about Denver. We've gotten lots of public feedback on that. And then Detroit, if you think about Torque Robotics out in Blacksburg, the Smart Road, there's a lot of traffic back and forth, as well as Eldor coming into the market too. When they're up and operational, they go back and forth to Detroit quite a bit.
Lots of traffic.
Yes.
That's great. And so what are the future plans to let people know about these wonderful assets going on here at the airport?
Well, we've just started a new marketing campaign called ROA Myths. And one of the things that when I got here, I kept on hearing all these different myths about the airport, whether, we charge the airlines too much and that's why our airfare was too high, but it's not. We're geographically isolated. And so the carriers know people, they can charge more, or if people don't want to pay higher fares, they'll force them to drive someplace else to fly. And so we've created this campaign around that, and we've got a page on our webpage, and it'll be in print ads as well, just trying to educate people about the airport and the different components of it. If you think about what the airport is we're sort of like the landlord at the mall, and then the airlines are our stores. And so while we don't control the airfares and the schedules or the customer service that people get, we do work with our local carrier representatives as well as the carriers on the corporate level very closely. So if people have questions, we're always happy to answer those and have that dialogue. But it's one of those things where we're constantly working to improve the air service and just really appreciate the support we get from the community.
Good. And so if people are looking for more information, obviously they can come to the airport, but do you have a web page?
Yeah, flyroa.com, and then there's a link off that banner page right there off the main web page to the myths section, which I think people will find fairly interesting. And then we're also on Facebook under Roanoke Blacksburg Regional Airport, and we do a lot of fun stuff on there as far as aircraft videos and stuff like that, time-lapse stuff that we can do in our spare time to just give people an insight into what things are going on here at the airport and a behind-the-scenes look that they might not get.
Sure. Well, great. Lots of good, exciting things happening here at the airport, and I hope we'll get to visit with you again soon and hear more of what's going on.
Anytime. I'm very hopeful that before too much longer we'll have a route announcement. We're working diligently on that, and we will be hosting an airline conference here in Roanoke in early September. So we're excited to get planners from the airlines into Roanoke, show them what the region's all about, and hopefully have that make a little bit more progress on securing some more air service for the region.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
We appreciate the update.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Welcome back to the show. Today I'm talking with Megan Cronice, who is our principal planner in our planning department, Roanoke County. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
We're out here, it's a little windy, but we're really excited. We're standing out here off Plantation Road, which is just a huge economic driver here in the Roanoke County area, and we had a special event today.
We did.
Tell us a little bit about the Plantation Road project that's been going on for many years.
Sure. Well, we started with the idea for this project 9 years ago, and today we cut the ribbon for Phase 1, which is a shared use path, 10-foot wide asphalt from Williamson Road up to Walren Drive just up here. There's also a Welcome to Holland sign and street trees and curb and gutter. So we're excited that the first piece is done and we have another couple pieces to come.
And what can people expect to see next?
Well, right here at the intersection of Lila Drive and Plantation is where we're going to have a 4-leg stoplight go in here in the next few years, probably in 2020. And that will have not only 4 signals to help move traffic through the area, but it will also have pedestrian signals and crosswalks so people can safely cross the street.
Right, so this is a very heavily populated area, mostly the highest concentration of employees within Roanoke County. So
Absolutely.
how is all of this going to benefit the employees?
Well, we've heard that they're already using the path for exercise, to get out at lunch, and we also have seen a lot of residents use it because we've got a lot of people who live right around here too. So it's a great benefit for the community, and we're excited to keep moving with it.
And where did the funding come from for this important project?
Well, Phase 1 was $4.2 million, and it's a combination of local, state, and federal funding that was administered through VDOT.
Okay, so VDOT's certainly been a good partner
They've been absolutely fantastic
in this whole project.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're excited that this was happening today. I know you've been talking about it for many years, and it's finally become a reality today. So.
Well, and the next phase will be from Walren up to Gander. That'll be sidewalk and street trees, and that'll be in 2021.
And go to Waldron Park. Okay.
It'll go up from Walren Drive up to Gander Way. So it won't go to the park yet, but that might be a future phase. We're hearing that in the Hollins Center plan that people would still like to connect to the park.
Okay, that's great. And you did mention part of the Hollins plan. There's an extension of this to create or further the Hollins Center plan. So what's that about too?
Well, the Holland Center Plan is the county's focus on this area of the county for a number of reasons. And one of the things that we're looking to do is to have a number of implementation strategies for things that the community would like to see. So more bicycle and pedestrian amenities. We're hearing what they would like to see in terms of new development and new growth in the area. So there's a lot of different things that go together into the Holland Center Plan, and we anticipate having the next round of community meetings to unveil the draft plan in January or February.
Okay, and where can people find more information about this?
Well, you can go to www.roanokecountyva.gov/plantation or /HCP for the Holland Center Plan.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for sharing this with us.
Sure. Thank you for your time.
Okay, and we'll be right back.